Big Huff Daddy talking about who is the best in the West in the NFL, who is the best in the NFC, who is the best in the AFC West. I think I'm going to start in the NFC first. The NFC looks a little bit closer with these teams, um, except for the Rams. I mean, just a rough year for the Rams. I don't want to add insult to injury or anything. But man, the the Rams just not good. Cup with the ankle, you know, should be out for a while. So just the Rams really just really not looking good for the Rams for the rest of the year. Um, and we have the Cardinals. I really thought the Cardinals would be a lot better this year than the record is. 4-6. I really they just got out to a bad start this year. The Cardinals did. Um, just not any momentum coming into the season for the Cardinals. Um, I mean, I'm just looking at some of these games versus Seahawks. They put up 9 points versus Seahawks. This was in Seattle though. They beat the Panthers. They lost to the Rams at home, 20-12. Uh, they they beat the Raiders in overtime. The Chiefs put 44 points up on them at home. So, man, that was the first game. Versus the Chiefs put up 44 on them, boys. Good Lord. They beat the Saints. Put up 42 versus Saints, though. So you could kind of see, they were getting into it. But looking at the schedule right here, we got next week versus the 49ers. Monday Night Football, nice. Then they got the Chargers. That's going to be a rough one. Then they got the Pats. That's gonna be a hard game for them. Pats are disciplined. They're tough. Then they're gonna be in Denver. Hopefully it could be good for my Broncos. Then we have is that another Monday night game? No, it's Sunday night. Christmas, the 25th. Versus the Bucks. So they got a tough schedule. The only one that I really see that maybe the Falcons, but man, that's a tough schedule for the Cardinals. Uh, a lot of people really seem to be think that the 49ers are going to go to the Super Bowl again. I don't really the last couple of years. I don't really see what people see in the 49ers, man. I think the last couple of years, is it because they went to the Super Bowl a few years ago, or they're just they just do weird playoff things. Um, I don't really have much faith in the 49ers, man. Honestly, um, if they even get to the playoffs, the NFC, we'll see what this playoff picture looks like tomorrow. It could just start really digging into the playoffs, seeing the positioning. We got going into week 11, so um, but man, it's gonna be tough for them to really win the division. I think the way the Seahawks are playing, they got a 49ers versus Seahawks on the 15th of December 15th. So let's see what else they got. They're hosting the Saints. They got the Dolphins coming. That should be an interesting game. Then they got the 49ers coming to town, or they got the Bucks playing in the 49ers. Um, that Seahawk game I mentioned, the Commanders. Commanders, they're looking good right now. Then they got the Raiders. Then this Cardinals game right here at the end of the year. So, man, I think this is uh, another tough another tough schedule. Could they be the Cardinals? Yeah. Could they be the Saints? I would give them at home. I would pick that. But the Dolphins, then you got Tampa coming, then you got the Seahawks, then you got the Commanders coming. That's a tough stretch right there. And then to wrap it up, you got the 49ers on the road versus the Raiders. But man, that's a little tough stretch right there, I would say. This Dolphins, Bucks going to the Seahawks and then hosting the Commanders. Um, that could be a little tough stretch. That's a three-game home stretch right there, starting on the 27th with the Saints coming. But that's a little tough schedule, I would say, for the Cardinals. Now, or for the 49ers. Now, the Seahawks, the only team in the NFC West that's over 500 with a 6-4. They are 3-1 at home. So are the 49ers, 3-1 at home. So that little home stretch that I was just talking about, that not going to be, as tough as I was thinking, with the way they are at home. But man, I'm still saying that Miami put up points. I know the 49ers defense is really good, um, but it's just like, to me, the offense really kind of struggles to really, like, with like an explosive team, like a high flying team, somebody that could really put up points. I think the 49ers just it's going to be tough for them. Um, Talking about the Seahawks, man, I really think the Seahawks are going to be able to win this division and the NFC West. Kind of look at this next couple games right here. They're hosting the Raiders. That I think that should be a win. They're going to be in LA versus the Rams. I think that should be a win. They have the Panthers in Seattle. Then they're going to have 49ers in Seattle. That's going to be a really decisive game, I would say, for this NFC West right here, December 15th. Then they're going to be going to the Chiefs right here. This is going to be a big test. Then they have the Jets going to Seattle right there, New Year game, New Year Day, and then they're going to be hosting the Rams at the end of the season. So, I think they can get these next two games, Raiders, Rams. I think they could beat the Panthers. I think they'll get that 3 games in a row. Then they're going to be playing the 49ers. And they got to go to the Chiefs. So, I think they can get 1, 2, 3 of those 4 games, 3 out of these 5 games. I would say, I really want to hold myself when I say easily versus any team in the NFL, especially this year. I feel like just trying to say that a team is going to easily beat another team in the NFL. I'm just going to pump the brakes on saying that right now. But Panthers at home, they should be able to take care of their business. Panthers at home. So December 15th, 49ers, Seahawks, really look into that. It's a night game. So, right now, I think the Seahawks are the best in the NFC West, but I don't think they are the best in the West. Going on over to the AFC West. The AFC West. Oh man, a lot of potential for this AFC West this year. A lot of hopes and dreams just smashed. Really, just smashed in this year. Um, as a Bronco fan, at least we're doing better than the Raiders. That's all I can say. The Raiders 2-7. Raiders really disappointing season. Carr was this last week. Real emotional post game interview. It's just when you as a competitor you want to win, and then when you just give upsetting performances, it could be real saddening for an ultimate competitor at the highest levels. So, going on with the Broncos, just another disappointing season, 3-6. Man, just with Wilson being new, coaches being new, just trying to figure out this new offense, figure out Russ Wilson. You know, did he get the Broncos with that trade? Geno looking really good over there in the Seahawks. Then we got the Chargers. Chargers have been kind of real exciting, real electric. Just last couple seasons, 5-4. Chargers looking really good. It's going to be a tough wild card game, wild card matchup. I don't think they're going to win the division, but I think they could get into the wild card. Let's kind of see what next game, actually Sunday night game, this Sunday night. Chiefs in LA Chargers. That's going to be a good game. Then they got Chargers and the Cardinals. Just talking about Cardinals, I think the Chargers going to be able to win that game. Chargers in Vegas versus the Raiders. I think the Chargers could win that game. And they got a couple. They got a home stretch right here, but a couple hard games. Dolphins going to LA. Then they got Titans coming in. It's going to be the couple tough games. Jeez, try to say that 3 times fast. Couple tough games. Wow. Chargers versus the Colts. That could be interesting. How how Jeff Saturday could really turn these Colts around. New Year game, Rams in LA, Chargers. I think Chargers will be able to get that one. Then the Broncos, January 8th. So, I do think the Chargers will be able to get a AFC wild card, but the best team in the NFL West, the NFC West, the AFC West, the best team in the West is the Kansas City Chiefs. They lost to Cheetah, but they still have Patty, half a Bill Mahomes. Look at this. Look at the schedule real quick. I think the Bengals being in Cincinnati, that'll be a tough game for them. I think this next game right here in LA versus Chargers, it's going to be a tough one. These divisional games, they're always tough. And then they're hosting the Rams. They should be able to get that. So I'm looking at 2 out of these 3 games should be tough. Then they're going to be in Denver. I hope Denver steps on a pinky toe or something. Then they're going to be playing the Texans in Texas. Should be an easy one for them. Should be an easy one. I just said that. They should be able to handle their business in Texas. And then they're hosting the Seahawks right here. That should be an interesting game too. Seahawks in KC. Just talking about that. Two divisional leaders. I would definitely saying by Christmas, both of these they're going to be heads and shoulders above the rest of their division. And it's going to be a good matchup. Then they got to have the Broncos coming into KC. Broncos, I really hope they bring a peaky toe. Then they're going to wrap it up in Vegas versus the Raiders. Really, the competition, whoever they play, they really step it up. Except like the Colts. I remember that the Colts beat them. Like they did have a couple like hiccup games. Look at these: 17 versus the Packs, 17 versus the Colts. I mean, I guess we are. That was in the beginning of the season. We are only human. They put up 44 versus the 49ers. Ooh, man. This Titans game, 17-20 in overtime. That was a good test for them. And that Bucks game right there, that was a interesting test for them also. They're picking it up right here into the season. So I really think these Kansas City Chiefs are the best in the West because, man, they got Patty, half a Bill Mahomes, MVP candidate right now. And they got that head coach. I can only think of his mustache right now. I can't think of his name, but man's innovative. I've always been a fan of his mustache. His name's slipping me. But that's about all we got right there for the best in the West. Next up, we're going to be going, diving into the playoff picture. Who's going to be winning the division? Who's coming out to be wild cards? And, man, this NFL just keeps on week after week. Just keeps getting better, man. Looking forward to this Thursday night football game. Tomorrow night, it is Wednesday, 16th. And tomorrow night, it's going to be a good game too, man. Just really good games this year. I think a lot of the teams are pretty even, and we're just keep on going, man. Titans in Green Bay tomorrow, so I think tomorrow we'll go ahead and we'll do a little playoff deep dive. I think we'll talk a little bit about Aaron Rodgers. I did want to do is Aaron done for the season? Is the season over with? So really wanted to kind of talk about that. I think tomorrow would be a good way to do that tomorrow, and then we'll do that playoff deep dive Friday. Talk about Aaron Rodgers tomorrow hosting these Tennessee Titans. And just thinking about it off the top of my head, I'll go a full like 20 minutes and wrap it up with just last week. We're kind of seeing this chemistry kind of come together a little bit. I know these kids, some new football receivers for the Green Bay. They really got to just kind of get it together, mesh with each other. There's no real preseason, so just kind of trying to get on the same page with everybody. But it's going to be hard to really get in the playoffs with the way the NFL is right now, and it's going to be tough for this NFC North to see if they can get in the playoffs. Man, they're going to really have to just take care of their own business, win games, and see if they can get a little bit of luck. I'm going to wrap it up right here. Big HDENT. Like, subscribe, comment. Who do you think the best in the West is? Are you looking forward to this Thursday night game tomorrow? Big HD ENT out of here.